So in this video, Jeff Twerdy from Cat Consulting talks about Order Desk. Now, the Order Desk product extends the basic accounting to CRM integration in both 100 and 300 to provide an easier to use quote and order solution.
I'm very interested, David, in understanding what the differentiator is over and above the Sage provided integration. Jeff has said to us both previously that Order Desk is all about making a front office, and that's a CRM user's life easier and faster to work. So let's see what he's got to say.
Indeed. So over to Jeff Twerdy for his session on Order Desk, both for Sage 100 and Sage 300.
Hey everyone, my name is Jeff Twerdy. I am the owner of Cat Consulting. We have been Sage CRM consultants since 2002. In fact, that is prior to when Sage even owned CRM, and it was previously owned by ACPAC and Computer Associates. We have partnered with Conligo, an ISV out of London, Ontario, to create Sage CRM Order Desk for Sage 300 and Sage 100. Conligo also creates e-commerce, web portals, credit card processing, and customer portals for Sage 300. So today what we want to do is we want to walk through and give you a preview of Sage CRM Order Desk for Sage 300 and Sage 100. So what is Order Desk? Order Desk is an integrated order entry solution for Sage 300, Sage 100 that allows easy access for salespeople and customer service to create these quotes and orders. It also gives them access to data that they don't have today. We hear many times from our clients, our salespeople are blind out in the field. They don't really have access to the back end. So what do? They call the office. So what Order Desk does is bridges that and gives them the order history, gives them the quote history, the invoices, so that they now have access to that at their fingertips. Many years ago, I recognized that there was a gap in the marketplace. Sage 100, Sage 300 have attempted different variations of an integrated solution, and quite honestly, they've been very difficult. The salespeople have to know too much. They have to understand order entry, understand some accounting. And, again, our salespeople just are not wired that way. They need something that is easy to use and makes their job and their time more efficient. So let's look at what is currently out of the box for Sage 300, Sage 100. Sage 100, you must be connected to the network. So right away, our outside salespeople have some difficulties. We find that any order entry system that's out there today integrated is very inefficient. It's slow because Sage 100, Sage 300 both present the entire order entry screen. Users have to have knowledge of the Sage order process. We find that makes it very unclear, very inefficient for salespeople because they have to know, what tax do I put in? What account set do I have to put in? So all of these things make for frustration and lack of usage. So this Sage 300 order view, let's just take a real quick look as to how would I look at current orders for a customer. So I would find the customer and I would go to a OE inquiry screen. I would click on all orders. And then I would come in and I would see all my OE orders. But I first have to change some filters to make sure I get all of my orders. And then I'm presented with the list of orders. So right now I've taken about 5 clicks. So I can then drill into these orders, and I'm presented with a Sage 300 order entry screen. As I indicated before, this is very confusing to some salespeople. Honestly, customer service reps get it because they're used to doing this, but it's just not that efficient for them. So they have to have some knowledge, okay? The other thing is just searching. Searching for an item number is very difficult. Our current search capabilities are not that clear. Now let's look at the Sage 100. So Sage 100 again presents their Sage 100 order entry screen or quote screen, same screen for both. But it also they need to be connected to the network. So what does that mean? That means an outside salesperson has to VPN in, very slow, not a great option. They also have to then maybe RDP in, or they have to wait until they come into the office. All of that is very inefficient. Plus, like we saw with Sage 300, the order entry screen can be confusing to a user. Okay. And in Sage 100, reviewing past orders can be a chore. They have to have access to customer maintenance to view this. They have to be connected to the network, and then they have to have a little bit of knowledge of what they're looking for. So again, not very efficient, not very easy to use. So what can Autodesk do for you? Well, obviously we can provide an easier quote and order solution. We can make users more efficient and provide access from anywhere. So they're on the road, they're in their car, they pull up their laptop, they get on their hotspot, they can create a quote, they can create an order. They can look up history for a customer. They're getting ready to go into a customer account, and they can pull up the history and see what's been going on at that account. So let's look at Sage Autodesk. And what we've done is we've added 4 new buttons to the company summary: the search order, search invoices, new quote, and new order. Okay. So when a user select the orders, we're going to get the order history. And these are the one thing to understand, and I'll probably say this again, is that this is searching Sage 100, Sage 300 for existing quotes or orders. So it does not have to have been created inside of CRM for it to be visible. This is everything that's been done, okay? So as you can see, a nice, easy search screen, put in different parameters, okay? And then your quotes will come up. You can click on the edit button and it will bring up that particular order, okay? Very simple, very easy to use. And that's just a simple search process, okay? Same thing can be done with invoices. It's the same process, okay? I can search for any invoices that are inside of my system, and I can bring it up. Now, new quote from within Sage CRM. So I hit my new quote button. If you remember, on my company summary, I had a new quote button. I bring up the order entry screen for inside of Autodesk. A very clean looking screen, okay? Has only limited information, only information that they need to be set up and entered. So there's no more, well, what do I do with this field? What do I do with that field? Makes it very simple, okay? I can add a new ship to. Now this was huge inside of prior to Sage 300, I don't know, 2020, when they changed, went to a different iteration. You cannot do this. You can do that in Sage 300 now, but we make it pretty easy to do that. So you're adding a new ship to inside of Sage 300. Okay, searching for an item. I can just do a type. I can type in desk. I put in DES, and it came up with anything that has DES in it. I could type part of a SKU. Okay, so I'm creating this order. I'm adding an item number to the quote or order. I can view available quantities. So here we see my desk. I have 112. I have 102 available. I have 12 on a sales order. When I click into any of those, I'm going to see where are these available. Okay, what's on sales order? I have 12 on sales order of this desk oak. Okay, I can see what sales order they're on. I can calculate margins, adjust price, and add discounts on the fly. How cool is that? Now, one thing to understand about this, that the security, and we'll talk about this in a moment, but the security within Autodesk allows you to not only show what's on the screen, but take things away for certain users. So for instance, if we don't want users to see any margin, they get back in the cost, we can take that away. But surprisingly, we do have many customers that do want to do these kind of calculations. So in this case, as soon as the line item came up, I see that I have a margin of 62%. All right, I have my unit price, my selling price. I also can change that selling price. So I change it up to $500, and now my margin changes to 75. And then I could also go ahead and apply a discount to that unit price. And I also can change my margin. Hey, I want to sell this at a 50% margin. What's my unit price have to be? It calculates it right away for you. So they no longer have to go into their calculator. I can print multiple quote order confirmations. Whatever order quote confirmations you have, they'll show up. Go ahead and download it. Okay. And here's a nice, simple quote or order confirmation. It can be whatever you want. Put your logo on it, make it pretty. You can clone quotes. So when I'm on a quote, I hit clone, and there it is. So I'm copying that quote. I can convert orders, obviously, based on security, and then they all end up in my pipeline, okay? So more importantly, we're able to have this efficient order entry screen that then gets tied into your CRM pipeline and workflow. There's an extensive administrative configuration tool, okay? And just a real quick on our roadmap, ability to take credit cards is in beta right now. So if you have a need for that, let us know. Further user configuration options and integration into shipping calculators. So if you want to get an estimated ship, it would be there. Where to find more information? Obviously, conligo.ca/products. We'll see everything up there. Sales@conligo.ca and sales@catconsult.com. So thank you, everybody, and we hope that you will reach out to us and we can help you be more efficient.
It's interesting how he unpacks the salesperson's psychology of don't make it too hard, otherwise it doesn't get done. It's a very similar message, I think, to the one from Mark Reedy and his Outlook add-on. It's all about getting the user buy-in, right?
Yeah, and I think it's very true for Jeff Twerdy's commentary that as he starts the demo, showing the current 100 and 300 order screens, that really helps his story. You know, lots of clicks, difficult to find information, etc.
Yes, and the highlighting of what's different, those highlighted buttons he pointed out during the demo, is useful too, because that helps our current users of the normal integration understand what more they get from adding Autodesk to their installation.